Welcome back to Weird Stuff in a Can, a special festive episode today. Today we have Heinz beans, pigs in blankets with Christmas seasoning. So this is a limited edition of Heinz baked beans with sausages wrapped in bacon. Pigs in blankets in England means sausages, usually small sausages, wrapped in bacon. A very traditional thing to have alongside roast turkey on Christmas Day, as if more meat were required. I understand that pigs in blankets might mean other things somewhere else in the world. Anyway, Heinz baked beans and pigs in blankets in a savoury tomato sauce. Ingredients in here are beans 35%, tomatoes 31%, pigs in blankets 19%, pork cocktail sausage 70% pork. Oh, hang on, pork cocktail sausage 70%, pork 44%. So, yeah, all right. So that 70%, it means the sausages are 70% of the pigs in blankets. My gosh, this is slightly convoluted, but anyway, on we go. Pork 44% water, rusk, which is made from wheat, pork fat, salt, soya protein, potato starch, stabilizers, diphosphates, guar gum, spices, black pepper and nutmeg, preservative, sodium metabisulfite, antioxidant, ascorbic acid, alpha tocopherol, flavorings, spice extracts, color, carmines, smoked streaky bacon, 30% of the pigs in blankets, which is pork, 85% water, salt, preservatives, sodium nitrite, potassium nitrate, water, sugar, modified corn flour, spirit vinegar, salt, flavourings, contains milk, herb extracts, spice extracts, garlic, salt. Well, quite the list of ingredients there. Here's the nutrition information if you're interested in that. The blurb on the pack here says, jingle all the way. Need proof that Santa got your wish list? Well, here it is. Beans, pigs in blankets and Christmas seasoning all in one can. No need to wait for the big day. Crack them open for a taste of Christmas on your toast. How to store and how to cook here is detailed on the can. I will be heating these in a pan on the hob. Just one more thing to mention before we get the can open. These are made with Richmond sausages. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a massive fan of Richmond sausages. I know people who like them, really like them. They're not my preference for sausages, so I think it's fair to say that you should expect to adjust for a little bit of bias on my part because of that. Anyway, let's get the can open. Using my trusty Brabantia. And of course I am aware that this is a pull tab, but it is my preference to use a can opener. So, straight away we are greeted with a pig in a blanket. Is it a pig in blanket? I never really thought of referring to them in the singular. So yeah, the sausages with bacon have floated to the top. Now when I tip these out in the pan, we will count them. We'll figure out how many sausages we've got in there. And as is my custom, I'm going to taste a little bit of the contents of the can cold, but I think, I've got a bit of bacon there. So now this is supposedly not just your regular beans with frankfurters, because for one thing there's bacon wrapped around them, and they are Richmond sausages instead of frankfurters. And there is supposedly Christmas seasoning in here, which appears to mean nutmeg. Anyway, the taste. The bacon flavour is quite prominent, and I think that's probably to be expected because obviously the bacon has had a chance to infuse into the beans inside the can. The Christmas seasoning is barely perceptible. I think it's actually in the sausages, so maybe we'll taste it more when we bite into one of those. Anyway, time to get to the kitchen now and get these warmed up and put on some toast. Into the pan they go. I can see 2 sausages so far, 3, 4, and that might be it. Okay, so let's count the sausages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sausages. 5 little piggies. Now I shall have to stir carefully to ensure we don't break the bacon off of the sausages. I've turned the heat down so we can just reheat these gently. So it is worth acknowledging the Weird Stuff in a Can playlist has become a little bit Heinz heavy just of late. Not my fault or intention, I suppose, really. I think Heinz just managed to troll me with a whole bunch of weird sounding things. Anyway, we'll see what else we can find to add a bit more variety into the playlist in the new year. Okay. Just a little smattering of butter. You've probably seen me do this before, but that's what I like to do with toast if I'm having beans on toast, just because it tessellates a little bit better on the plate. Okay, beans are suitably warmed through, so I think we'll arrange one sausage on each slice of toast. The bacon has unfortunately broken away from the sausages a little just because of stirring and reheating, but not much can be done about that. I suppose maybe if I cook them in a microwave, but then don't really like cleaning the microwave after the beans have exploded everywhere. Let's get that back to the studio and give it a taste. All right then, here we are. There's a small dog. Let's deal with the toast tax first. If you're a very good girl, I'll save you a little bit of sausage. Okie dokie. Well, let's taste the beans now. Beans, now that they're warmed up, maybe it's brought out the flavour of that nutmeg, those Christmas spices. Oh yeah, no, it is there. Yeah. The warmth has kind of woken up that flavour. I can taste it in the beans now. The sausages, let's get one that's got a bit of bacon on it. There we go. There's the inside of the sausages, and looking a lot like kind of luncheon meat really, but that's because this is a canned meat product essentially. Let's have a taste of that. Not tremendously highly flavoured. In fact, the beans have more of the flavour of the bacon and sausages than the sausages and bacon do. How weird. Not a tremendously festive flavour. Let's try a bit of everything all together now. Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a bit nicer than those sort of hot dog Frankfurter type sausages with beans in a can. So there is that. I'm not really getting much of the Christmas flavour here. However, that seems like something we could quite easily remedy. So then, trusty black pepper, nutmeg. Little grating of fresh nutmeg on the top there. Now let's see if it tastes like Christmas. That's a bit more like it. Just a little bit of nutmeg and black pepper will do it. It's just better for the addition of those extra little bits of spice. Oh, you need a bit of sausage, don't you, Eva? Okay. Let's get you a bit with no pepper on it. I guess there must be a sausage tax now then. They're good. That didn't touch the sides, did it? Oh well, it gets Eva's vote of approval, certainly. So there we go. That was Heinz Festive Pigs in Blankets Baked Beans Limited Edition with Christmas spices. Not bad, but it just needs a little bit more of those Christmas spices to make it approach something that's properly festive. The bacon's definitely lent its flavour to the beans. The sausages, honestly, they're not bad. Like I say, not the biggest fan of Richmond sausages. Take that into account. I will say this is one of the more preferable presentations of Richmond sausages that I've had. But I prefer sausages with a slightly coarser grind inside. But that's not a complaint, because that shouldn't be a thing you expect if you're buying Richmond sausages. So that was Weird Stuff in a Can on Atomic Shrimp. If you're watching this as part of the regular Weird Stuff in a Can playlist, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. If you're watching this as part of the Advent Calendar series, well, I hope to see you again tomorrow for the next door in the Advent Calendar.